What's up, everyone? Adam Prime back again, and this week on the Blazing Toku Moviethon, we have yet another Ultraman movie, Ultraman Story, and this was a fun movie for me anyway. I found it a ton of fun. It's a movie from 1986, and it's mostly a clip show as a movie. Matter of fact, 2 of the Ultras in this movie was strictly stock footage. 80 and Leo were only in stock footage. And since there's not a ton to talk about, this might be a fairly quick one. Also, I guess, spoilers? I'm not going to be talking about the clips because some of those shows I haven't even seen, so I'd rather not talk about them out of context. Let's get right to it, and let's get to the fun part, the details and discussion. So, we start out this movie, and it starts out with a little kid Taro. And this kinda gives me one thing I've always wanted with Ultra. I kinda just want to see their regular lives. I like seeing little kid Taro with his mom and dad. And it was adorable. It was fun to see where it's like, oh, look at his like tinier horns, and Kid Taro was voiced by Masako Nozawa. And if you don't know who Masako Nozawa is, she famously plays a little character called Goku on Dragon Ball. Also, a lot of other characters on Dragon Ball like Gohan, Goten. Also, she's the narrator for the new Digimon Adventure anime, the 2021. So that's neat. But this isn't about her. But it's cool that she was Kid Taro. I wonder if she played Kid Taro later. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. But it's cool to see that she was there. And it's super funny because it immediately just opens up with Taro just kind of training and practicing, and it's like you kind of see him learn all his poses. He doesn't quite does his iconic, but he does do like the Ultra 7 one, the Ultraman. It was pretty cool trying to see him figure it out. It was kind of adorable. And like you have him and his mom teaching him a lesson, which was cool. And I want more of that. Like that was one of the main reasons when I wanted to find Ultraman Story, was so I could see that. I want more stuff like that. I would watch a sitcom. Like no monster fights or anything, of these Ultras living their life. I would love to see that. Like, specifically, if we got to see Taro raise Taiga, that would be amazing. And when the father of Ultra later just kind of comes into the scene after she was like, hey, stop picking on this monster you were messing with, Taro. Don't be doing that. Like, the father of Ultra, whoever was voicing him in this movie, is awesome. Like, I really liked whoever voiced him in this movie. He had, like, the perfect voice and, like, deepness of it all. But, like, that scene ends with literally going into one of the earliest clips of the movie and, like, beaming it into Taro's head. Like, here, watch this clip, which is a theme in this movie. And that's just kind of where the movie starts. I think that's, like, the first 10-ish minutes. This movie is only, like, an hour 30, which, if you cut out all the stock footage, it's probably only, like, 40 minutes. I'm not sure. Don't take that as fact. But it's pretty much, it kind of retcons everything because it's a prequel to Taro as a show, because he doesn't have like the new bracelet, even though stock footage that has Taro fighting, he later on has his upgraded, is it the King's bracelet or whatever? I'm not quite sure. I haven't watched Taro. I'm still in the middle of Taro. I haven't finished it, but Taro's fun. But like I can't remember the name of it. And so that's just kind of funny where it's like, hey, Taro, don't you remember these guys when in your show? But it's before. And it's kind of about, like, Father of Ultra just being like, no, you have to train. And, like, Taro's like, come on, all my other brothers left. And he's just like, no, you have to train. And you know what? Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to show a little bit of a clip because I think Bellarock will allow me to do this one. Let's do a little scene between Father of Ultra and Taro. Roll it.
You have much more training to do, Taro. Alright, so I'm gonna have you watch these. Wait, watch what? Wait, watch what? Father? These. Ah! Ow.
That wasn't quite right, but we're gonna roll with it. And yeah, that's just kind of how it felt like Father of Ultra is just like, here, watch these, and like pretty much hands him Blu-rays, and it's just like, okay, all right, and that, and like that's pretty much it. We just kind of sat there and we kept watching stock footage after stock footage, and like Judah, who was a villain beforehand, I think he was in Andromelos, which I haven't seen, so I'm not quite sure. Um, he's kind of reviving, and apparently Father of Ultra has been always containing him or fighting him, and he's trying to teach Taro this new technique, which is pretty much like an Ultra Fusion, because like they keep telling Taro, it's like, oh, you have to be an elite Ultra Warrior, and then it ends with being like, you have to be a Super Ultra Warrior, which that's kind of neat. I do like this. And they later on actually kind of use that ability for in Ultraman Taiga's movie when they make Raiga, and it's like all the Ultras focusing their their energy into Taro's horns, and it makes him more powerful, and they become one. And Judah then eventually makes Grand King, which is a cool monster. Even though it says it's a mix of a bunch of classic monsters, like I can't name them all, but the ones I do remember off the top of my head are like Bolton, Gomera, maybe Red King, I'm not quite sure, but like it's like all the classic monsters. And again, the fight was cool. You know what? You want to see something? Let's show you a little bit of that fight. I'll show you a little end bit of that fight. Let's roll that clip.
Hey, what are we gonna do to beat Grand King?
Remember what happened in the last 10 minutes of the movie. Okay, bring a sweater. Space is cold tonight. Love you, bye.
You heard, Mom! Let's combine our power! Alright, our power is as one! Here we go! Cosmo Miracle Ray! Alright, we did it! We saved the world!
That did not turn out how I thought it would. Alright. And that's just kind of the go home. Like, they defeat him, and that's it. That's Ultraman's story. It's very simple. Oh, and before I forget, this is one of my favorite scenes I like to joke about, because honestly, I think it's amazing that like you could really tell how much like Taro and all the other Ultra brothers too care about Mother and Father of Ultra. It's amazing. I like it. I like it a lot. But like Father of Ultra just sets Taro on fire. He's just like, all right, time for training. And he's like, ah, and he's like, focus, Taro. You won't be on fire. Which I'm like, Taro, one of your favorite moves is to set yourself on fire and tackle people. So that's just something I wanted to mention before I forgot. But yeah, no, that's a fun time. So that's kind of all I have to say. It's a very short movie, very simple movie. Again, mostly clips, and I liked all the stuff that was new. I like that story. I like that Ultraman story. I try. And I think that's it for this week. That's Ultraman Story from 1984. Did I say 86 earlier? Sorry, my bad. It's 84. And what did you guys think? What did you like Ultraman Story? Did you not like it that it was clips? Because I do know some people don't like Ultraman Story, but this is kind of one of those movies I like. I like the amount of Land of Light, even though it's like we don't really see that much, and the Land of Light has changed from then. But it was cool to see it. I'm about to say, what side of the fence are you on? Do you like that kind of stuff? Are you just like, I would not watch an Ultraman sitcom? Which, okay, fine. I guess I'll just have the fun. Um, Overall, I really liked it. I would recommend it if you haven't watched a lot of Ultra. I would recommend it if you have. It's one of those movies, if it has anything that piques your interest, I'd say watch it. And next week is the last week of the Blazing Toku Moviethon for 2021. I've had a ton of fun doing this, and I guess I'll see you in the final week. Until then, bye. Hey, that's not right.
Oh, cut.